So I'm totally in love with the strategy called Numbered Heads Together. It's an academic dialogue strategy, and it really boosts the accountability for kids who are working in small groups, and I promise it will also enrich the whole class discussion that you're having about those important content ideas. But each time I've gone to explain this verbally, it gets really lost in my telling, and when I try to write it out, it's also gets lost in translation. So I thought I will use my handy dandy flip cam. We'll do a little visual demonstration, and hopefully that will help. So the first thing you need to know about this strategy is it requires some upfront planning. And in this case, we're just going to imagine that we've got 16 kids in our class because that's going to make it nice and divisible and easy to explain. So prior to kids arriving, or once they get there, the setup would involve you making sure you divide your kids up equally among the tables in your room. So in this case, we've got 4 tables and 4 kids at each table. That makes up our 16. Okay? Then you're going to number your tables 1, 2, 3, 4, and you're going to number each seat at each table 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and you'll do that all the way around the room. Okay? All right, once you get everybody settled and they know their table number and they know their seat number, then you can get started. So the very first thing you're going to do, that's you, you're going to ask a great, big, giant-sized, meaty question, something that kids really are going to have to wrestle with and need their the peers at their table to kind of help them sort through. So you give them some time to work through the problem that you've posed. Then you're going to reach into your handy-dandy hat and you're going to draw a number. Now the numbers in your hat are based on the number of possible students at a table. So we've got no more than 4 kids at a table. So the max number that we can have in our hat is 4. So you're going to draw a number out, and just for our sake, let's pretend you draw the number 2. So now every kid that's in seat number 2 at all of the tables around the room, this kid has to get ready to answer the question. Now they've had some time to talk about this at their table groups, but you're going to give them just a little bit more time to get that number 2 person thoroughly prepared to adequately answer the question and respond. So just a few more minutes then to make sure that that kid's ready, and then you throw the 2 back in the hat and you draw another number. This time the number in the hat needs to be no greater than the number of tables that you have. So again, we have 4 tables, so 4 numbers in the hat. This time let's say you draw the number 4. So at this point now we zoom in on table number 4, and kid number 2, he's ready because his table group got him ready. Kid number 2 at table number 4 has to answer the question. Now we have all these other number 2 kids that are also ready to answer. So while the chosen number 2 answers, the other 2s are listening, because after he responds, their job is going to be to clarify, add, they might provide additional evidence, they could argue or contradict. So just because their table number wasn't drawn doesn't mean that they're off the hook. Okay? So then once you've gone through that process, then you throw the number back in the hat. You ask another big, meaty question, give them time to wrestle with it, draw another number, get a kid ready, draw another number, that table responds, and you go through the process again. Make sense? All right, let me know if you try.